Coming up, we're tracking some storms that could be impacting your morning commute. We'll have the latest.
And the Packers opener was oh so disappointing. Who head coach Matt LaFleur puts the blame on. Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to News 3 Now this morning. Thanks for joining us. I'm Chris Stanford.
Happy Monday, everybody. I'm Leah Lynchide. We're starting off the week with the chance for some pretty strong storms, something like what might have woken you up last night. Julian Seawright is timing those out for us in your certified most accurate forecast. Hey, Julian.
Good morning, guys. That's right. We did have a light show and some roaring thunder throughout much of our morning, and we're looking for another round of some storms starting to push their way into southern Wisconsin. As of right now, we are looking at some storms into Lone Rock, still pushing its way east, and even outside of Prairie du Chien. Now, these storms are coming in from northern Iowa. As we can see, that line of storms is still holding pretty strong throughout much of this morning. So we're going to be anticipating to reach into Dane County to start to interrupt some of our morning commute within the next coming hour. Now, as we take a look at our severe weather outlook, we did have some severe thunderstorm warnings for Dane County early this morning. We are in that marginal risk for much of southern Wisconsin, but just about north of Dane County, we're in the slight risk of seeing some severe weather. So something we're going to keep an eye on and continue to track throughout much of today. Now, with this stationary frontal boundary, that's what's really been fueling the storms that we've been seeing through the overnight hours and going to be fueling them going into the afternoon as well. So as we take a look in terms of timing, early part of this morning, we're looking for those storms to start to track their way into southern Wisconsin, really going to be pushing into Dane County and then going out east as we go in throughout early of our afternoon as we go in throughout the rest of today. Then we're looking for isolated showers as we go into our afternoon as well, but cloudy conditions are going to stick around and mild temperatures as well. Now, we can see southern Wisconsin between Mineral Point and Madison is where we're going to be looking at the heaviest accumulation of the precipitation for that rainfall, and that's where we're going to be looking at more of the heavy rain as well. So throughout today, make sure that you have your rain gear nearby. We're looking at 74 degrees to be our high, but it's going to be scattered storms throughout much of the early part of this morning and going into our afternoon. So as we're planning out our day, just already take them in mind as you're leaving out the door. It's going to be rainy, it's going to be stormy, going to be isolated as well. As we get into the afternoon, not a whole lot more activity, but could still see some conditions that will be bringing in, or need be, some rain gear nearby. Now, Tuesday, we do have a chance of seeing some rain, but then we're looking for those rain chances to die out as we get into the weekend. We have a slight chance of seeing some rain, but for the most part, not looking too strong or confident as of right now. But for the next few days, we're looking at those 70s, mild conditions as we go in, and we are going to be looking at those 80s to come in as well. So we're going to heat back up. Still giving that taste of summer with sunshine on our backs. But, Leah, it is looking pretty good for us as we get into the weekend. And I know you're happy about that for your big day, huh?
Yeah. I'm getting married on Saturday, if we haven't talked about it enough. But I will be keeping an eye on that forecast all week, Julian.
Well, as of right now, the forecast is looking very favorable for you.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
You can always be up to date on any storms or sun coming our way by downloading our Channel 3000 weather app. It has hourly forecasts, radar, and a look at the 10-day, too. Just search Channel 3000 weather in your app store. Okay, to our other top story this morning. After what seemed like an endless offseason, the Packers coming out pretty flat to start the regular season.
Aaron Rodgers really struggled. No touchdowns, 2 interceptions. The defense couldn't get off the field. Final 38-3 in Jacksonville against the Saints. It was just a rough one to watch. Matt LaFleur, after the game, recognizing that he just didn't do enough to prepare.
All around poor performance. That starts with myself. Obviously didn't get these guys ready to play. This isn't going to magically repair itself.
Well, this might make Packers fans feel a little bit better. Everyone in the division lost this week, so everyone's tied. Everybody's 0-1. The Packers will host the Lions next week on Monday night.
All right, to the nation's capital now. We're just a few weeks away from a vote on the infrastructure bill, and President Biden's agenda now receiving pushback from his own party. West Virginia Democratic Senator Joe Manchin says he will not support the $3.5 trillion bill. Manchin says party leadership already knows where he stands.
He will not have my vote on 3.5, and Chuck knows that, and we've talked about this. We've already put out $5.4 trillion. And we've tried to help Americans in every way we possibly can. And a lot of the help that we put out there is still there, and it's going to run clear until next year, 2022. What's the urgency? What's the urgency that we have? It's not the same urgency that we have with the American Rescue Plan. We got that out the door quickly. That was about $2 billion, $2 trillion.
Manchin says he would support a bill that was about $1.5 trillion. A vote on the infrastructure bill is expected by the end of September.
New this morning, police are looking for a suspect who assaulted a woman near Atticus Way and Verona Road last night. She was taking out the trash when police say a male person, a suspect, walked up and grabbed her butt, fleeing the scene right after. If you know anything about the incident or any possible suspects, call Madison area Crime Stoppers. In Dane County, a 47-year-old woman is dead this morning after a wrong-way crash on Highway 51. The crash happened late Saturday night in the town of Dunn. A 39-year-old woman was driving on the wrong side of the road, hit a car, and then caused two others to crash. The two drivers from the other vehicles were able to drive off. The man driving the wrong way remains in the hospital.
6:05 now. People in one Dane County community are calling for change when it comes to a stretch of road that's prone to car accidents. We're getting answers for those neighbors who say it's a matter of life or death.
It was about 11 o'clock at night.
The time it takes to drive this stretch of road.
I was actually working in my workshop when she came walking up.
Old Military Road off Mineral Point in the town of Cross Plains. Considered a shortcut for some, short on time.
You can see where all the cars go off the road right there, and her car was upside down out there.
The number of times neighbor Dale Lumen has seen people take that stretch too fast, it's too high to count. He tells us the story of a 16-year-old who missed the curve one wet night 2 years ago.
She was soaking wet because she had to crawl out the passenger window. What does it take? Does someone have to die for it to change? And apparently that is so.
Fast forward to May of this year, when that same stretch of road made headlines. A 22-year-old man killed while taking the corner in his SUV. It was the first fatal in several wrecks over the past few years. 8 reported in the last 5 years on this map compiled by the Wisconsin DOT. Dale says dozens more go unreported.
Every Friday, every Saturday, it's not a question of if, it's a question of when there will be an accident and how bad.
Years ago, Dale approached the town of Cross Plains to deal with the problem.
We actually went to the meeting, and I stood up and asked about getting the speed limit changed or if we could do something. And I got a lot of nods, and they kind of placated me, but no real action ever happened.
Until Dale called for action.
This summer, we got a note, I guess from you, from News 3, that from a constituent that had raised the issue and was concerned about the safety of Old Military.
Our Call for Action volunteers talked with board members and got the topic on a recent town hall meeting. Supervisors then pulled crash data from the highway department to study the issue.
It's about 2 accidents a year over the last 20 years, and all of them, when you look at the crash data, have said you're not negotiating the curve. You know, you're taking it too fast, you're driving too fast for conditions. Fast forward a month and a half, and now new signs are on the way to that curve. More signage, bigger signage, higher visibility signage. We'll lower it down to 20 as another way to keep reinforcing you really need to treat this curve with a little more respect and slow down more. A slowdown, instead of saving a few minutes, that Dale hopes could save a life.
We just can't let anyone else die on this. It's just, you got to put people first.
So this was a success story. If you'd like your story to be a success story, if you have any consumer issues you need help solving, contact our Call for Action volunteers. You can fill out the complaint form on channel3000.com/call-for-action.
6:08 coming up. One of News 3 Now's own accomplished something pretty remarkable over the weekend. We'll let you know who that was.
And we're kicking off our annual Coats for Kids drive and tell you why you shouldn't toss out those coats and where you can give them to a good cause when we come back.
At Pick and Save, every free pickup order is picked fresh and packed with care, or we'll make it right. We're fresh every day, so shop anyway. Pick and Save. Fresh for everyone.
Associated Physicians celebrates 75 years of caring, helping, and listening. Associated Physicians. Devoted physicians, trusted care.
Another injury claim.
Another denial.
What's the status of that car accident?
Denied it this morning.
Good. Not a fan of paying high medical bills.
Our doctor totally came through.
Good. Let's make sure we do the same thing on the next one.
Denying. It's what we do.
They called the law offices of Hupy and Abraham.
Should we settle this one?
Call Hupy and Abraham right now. Tell the insurance company you mean business.
As much as we try to plan in life, there's always the unexpected. At the Burrish Group at UBS, we're ready. Ready with a team of financial advisors that help you with your financial life, to help you plan for the good times and manage the surprises, with strategies designed to help maintain your lifestyle and stay the course. Give us a call today to start the conversation.
No one has ever reinvented mattress shopping until now. The grand opening of Slumberland Sleep Solutions, where we've simplified, uncomplicated, and laid things out for you. Start with a quick rest match to pick your basic mattress type.
You love memory foam.
I really do.
Then shop the information and rating system on each bed. Did you know you can get great back support with a soft feel? It's true, and easy to find. Mattress shopping, reinvented, only at Slumberland Furniture.
The light at the end of the tunnel isn't shining so brightly for everyone. Families continue to fight for survival. Some jobs are gone forever. Bills pile up. But please know, you have not been forgotten. Your local Wisconsin energy and emergency rental assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home and your heat and power on. Apply now for a hand up.
Looking to update your flooring? Surgenians has you covered. Our experienced salespeople will guide you through the area's largest flooring selection so you can make the best decision. And Surgenians' reliable craftsmen ensure your flooring's installed right. Local, sustainable Surgenians.
Channel 3000 Plus. Watch from your streaming media player or mobile device.
Pick and Save delivery is always fresh because we check our produce at every stop on its journey to you. We're fresh every day, so shop any way. Pick and Save. Fresh for everyone.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning. Winner of the National Edward R. Murrow Award for Overall Excellence in Television.
Welcome back. It's a big day in the 608 as we kick off our annual Coats for Kids drive.
Josh Sprider is kicking it off for us. He's live at a Clinky Cleaner on the west side this morning with how you can help local kids stay warm this winter. Hey, Josh.
Hey guys, good morning. Yeah, we have some easy ways to help out local kids this year. We're at Clinky Cleaners off of the Old Sock Road location, and right now you could actually start donating at these locations starting today. You can see the bins right here, and also up early with us this morning is Steve Clinky. This is a great partnership we've had for many years, and you guys are here for good reason because we really want to get all of these coats to those local kids in need this year.
That's absolutely right. So, I mean, from now until October 9th, anybody at home watching, go through your coats, any winter coats, snowsuits, hats, mittens, gloves, scarves. Bring them into any one of the 13 area Clinky Cleaners. We'll clean them and we'll get them to the Community Action Coalition for distribution.
So you'll see the bins when you walk in right away, and you guys will actually take and clean them as well. So it's all part of the process.
Right, exactly. We want to make sure that people get good, clean winter coats. And we want to, definitely emphasize that we need kids' coats. It is Coats for Kids. We will take any coat, but we definitely have the need for kids' coats.
So one of the new things this year is they have an Amazon wish list, too. So if folks can come in, they can actually just go online, and it's a really simple process.
Yeah, and we normally get a lot of the kids' coats from, young families where a kid, just outgrows a coat, and that's great. But if you're sitting at home right now and you're saying, oh, I don't have any kids' coats because all my kids are moved on, well, that's the way you can participate. You can go on to channel3000.com, get the link for the CAC Amazon wish list, and you can buy coats and ship it directly to them.
And one of the new things this year is a Stuff the Truck event that you guys are really excited about.
Exactly. So that'll be coming up, I think Friday, September 28th or 29th, 24th. And yes, so we are going to host a CAC truck at our location at 1003 North Gammon Road, right up the road from here on Old Sauk. And we're going to try to stuff the truck with nothing but kids' coats. So if you're around that day, come on out, bring your kids' coats.
And I mean, this is one of the things, we talk about every year, but the kids' coats are such a necessity, especially now, after the pandemic. A lot of families are really in need for that type of clothing, especially.
Yes, absolutely. And I mean, with winter approaching, we all know how cold Wisconsin can be. I mean, imagine trying to go through it without a winter coat. It would be brutal.
So let's get that information up on the screen right now. We guys are starting today. And how long do people have to come in here at the location?
From now until Saturday, October 9th.
Awesome. So plenty of time to get her done. And yeah, I think this is a great time to do some fall cleaning, right? Go in there, find that gently used clothing and come donate.
Yeah, absolutely. Bring them in today.
Awesome. Steve Klinke, thank you so much, guys. Of course, we'll have this up on channel3000.com as well. Let's get all those donations in this year. I have a feeling we're going to have a record year, guys. I don't know about you, but let's make it big. Let's go big and make sure we get all those kids' coats this year.
Yeah, we're going to need everybody's help. So if you go to channel3000.com, you can find the link by scrolling down to the In the 608 section. And Josh is putting all the information right there. And meantime, let Josh know what inspires you in the 608. He's always looking for ideas. Just hit him up on social media or email him at inthesix08@WISC-TV.com.
6:15 now. We want to get right over to Julian Seawright with a new severe thunderstorm warning out in southwest Wisconsin right now, Julian.
That's right. For Iowa and Sauk County, as of right now, we have the National Weather Service has just issued a brand new severe thunderstorm warning. We were seeing severe thunderstorm warnings throughout the early part of this morning, and now we are looking at the lines of storms once again to be making their way across southwestern Wisconsin as of right now. However, with this severe thunderstorm, it was located just outside of Muscadet, and on top of that, we're not looking at super strong winds, but it is high winds. The radar is indicating 35 miles per hour winds with these storms, and there was radar indicated hail about a quarter size, about 1 inch throughout the storm as of right now. Once again, it is still tracking its way eastbound as of right now, just outside of Lone Rock. It was located in Muscadet, and it is moving at 35 miles per hour as of right now. And we've been tracking these storms all throughout the morning. It was a line of storms that was coming in from northern Iowa, which is starting to push its way throughout southern Wisconsin. So once again, make sure that you are taking your time this morning if you are traveling for the morning commute and being safe as well because of the high winds and even the hail that is radar indicated and with the heavy rainfall associated as well. Now, the timing for the rest of us, we are going to be looking at those storms to continue to push in east to looking to impact even Dane County within the next hour. And we're looking at stormy conditions throughout the next few hours as well, throughout the early part of our morning into the afternoon, and then we're looking to dry out. But as we take a look at our traffic as of right now, we are looking at pretty much a lot of greens, some slow spots on Fish Hatchery Road as of right now, but we are just looking at pretty decent conditions for our morning commute as we're rolling throughout the rest of our morning. And especially into the interstate, we're looking all green as of right now. So traffic is not too bad, but we are going to keep an eye on the changes with those storms rolling in.
All right, Julian, thank you very much for that first warn. 6:17 now. If your family eats a lot of chicken, you might be surprised to learn it's perfectly legal for poultry processors to knowingly sell chicken contaminated with deadly bacteria. Consumer Reports investigates.
Preparing a chicken dinner for your family. It's a favorite for many, but it can be a bit stressful.
Bacteria like Salmonella and Campylobacter, which are often in raw or undercooked chicken and turkey, are two of the leading causes of bacterial foodborne illness in people.
Together, those two bacteria kill about 450 people every year and make nearly 1.9 million people sick. And what's even more alarming?
Processors can legally distribute their products even if they know they contain harmful bacteria.
In fact, the USDA allows 9.8% of the whole chicken it tests to be contaminated with salmonella. And when you look at chicken parts and ground chicken, the percentages are even higher. The USDA says it sets those standards based on a risk assessment process that estimates the percentages needed to meet national public health goals. The National Chicken Council, an industry trade group, says about 90% of chicken processing plants are meeting and exceeding present USDA standards for salmonella on whole chickens and chicken parts. But Consumer Reports and other safety advocates say that is still not enough and that the USDA should strive for a zero-tolerance policy. So how can you make sure your family chicken dinner doesn't make anyone sick? Use an accurate meat thermometer to make sure your poultry is thoroughly cooked to an internal temperature of 165 degrees Fahrenheit.
6:19 now. After a year away due to the pandemic, the Ironman back in Madison for its 19th year. You might have watched some of the thousands of athletes swimming, biking, and running their way through Dane County yesterday. One of those people has spent the last 2 years training, as well as giving you the most certified accurate forecast here in Madison.
It happens! Multiple people I was running by said, "That's the weather girl! That's the weather girl!" And I was like, yes! So I think next year I need to get that on my dry kit somehow.
Recognize her? That's News 3 Now's Dana Fulton. She was one of thousands busting their butts yesterday, her half Ironman. That includes more than a mile of swimming, 56 miles of biking, and a half marathon.
So proud of her.
That is gold. She is so impressive. Ooh, yeah, Julian says it's beast mode.
Yeah, totally. She's an inspiration to all of us here. And, you know, and she's also got other stuff going on, too.
Yeah, so she's currently training for the Roomba for Rainbow competition, a dance competition for a nonprofit here in Madison. That takes months to prepare for as well, so quite an all-around athlete.
I don't know how she does it.
Very impressive.
Way to go.
6:20 now. Coming up in our next half hour, keeping our city safe in the wake of 9/11. A look at how the job has changed for firefighters in Madison since the day we won't forget.
Up next, dogs that surf. The cause they're raising money for.
Cobuson Buses, now hiring.
After we backed that bus out of its stall and started driving, I just loved it. We really get a chance to get to know each other. Almost everyone has a different story about how they came to bus driving, so you really end up feeling like you're part of a family.
Visit Cobuson.com to apply.
McGann Furniture in downtown Baraboo should probably be called McGann Furniture and Flooring because we're the area's oldest and most experienced floor covering store. Our friendly staff will explain the many types of flooring available, answer questions, and make suggestions so you can choose what's best for your home and lifestyle. We always offer free in-home measurements and estimates and use the finest installers in the entire area. And remember, at McGann's, we don't inflate prices only to mark them down for a sale. Stop in today and discover the difference. You'll be glad you did. McGann Furniture, downtown Baraboo.
It's Chevy Truck Month, and it's time to add the perfect accessories to your new Chevy. Make it bolder. Make it work harder. Make it your own. Find new possibilities. Find new roads. Get great offers from GM Financial and $1,750 cash allowance on Silverado 1500 Crew Cab pickups. Plus, now during Truck Month, get a $1,000 accessory allowance towards the purchase of eligible accessories. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
Fry Construction is celebrating 26 years of providing excellence in home improvements. We strive to exceed the expectations of our clients with each and every project we do. Respected by your neighbors and voted Best of Madison 2 years in a row. Best kitchen and bath design, best roofer. Experience the Best of Madison for yourself and save 26% off gutters or insulation with any full roofing project. Schedule your consultation today at fryconstruction.com.
You wash your cars and clothes and canines. You wash your cars and clothes and canines. You wash your cars and clothes and canines. At the Magic Wash. At the Magic Wash. Whoa.
Madison Magazine's Fall Restaurant Week 2021 is here. Participating restaurants will provide a 3-course lunch starting at $15 and a 3-course dinner starting at $25, featuring wine and more. Don't miss Madison Magazine's Fall Restaurant Week 2021, starting September 19th through the 24th. For participating restaurant menus and details, visit MadisonRestaurantWeek.com. Presenting sponsor, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund. Supporting sponsor, E&J Gallo Winery.
Cobuson Buses, now hiring.
Working with Cobuson, it's definitely been great because of the flexibility. If you do need time off, they work around you. They definitely try to make it a company that's based for you.
Visit Cobuson.com to apply.
Jim Bradley giving us an up-close, very detailed picture of this bald eagle.
I cannot get over how nice this is. He said he took it on his Canon DSLR. He must have been incredibly close. Look at the detail.
It was up by Sauk City. He snapped this picture. Lovely. photo. Thanks for sharing that with us, Jim. What's your morning look like? Snap a pic, post it on our social media, and use the hashtag MyNews3Morning.
Love that photo.
In Southern California, some pups made a big splash this weekend at the 16th annual dog surfing something or other.
Dog surfing surfathon. That's what this is. These doggies paddled out and caught waves to raise funds for the animal center out there. They were sporting their mohawks and sunglasses. They're actually considered seasoned pros. All the money they raised during this event goes directly towards saving rescue dogs' lives.
So here's something I want to know about your new dog, Bascom.
Yeah.
And Zach.
5-month-old Bascom.
Where do you stand on dressing up your dog?
I am personally not into it. I think it's funny when other people do it. Look at this poor little poodle. But don't they look a little miserable? So I'm not totally into it. I will say this, though. While I'm not into it, my sister-in-law, Caitlin, just got a dog named Oakley. Cutest little guy ever. First thing I did was go out and buy her a little Wisconsin jersey. So as long as other dogs are miserable, mine just doesn't have to wear one.
Will you dress Bascom up for Halloween?
No, we will not do that.
Okay.
I don't torture.
But for those of you who do, it's totally okay.
Yes, your choice. It's fine. Yes, send me pictures. I think it's adorable. But yes, Bascom gets out of that. She's so cute without it.
Yeah. Hey, if we're taking the dog out for a walk this morning, better grab that umbrella, huh?
Absolutely, and the rain slicker as well. We're still looking at the severe thunderstorm warning that's in effect for Iowa and Sauk County as of right now. Radar indicated winds are less than 50 miles per hour, and hail has been indicated on radar as being an inch, so about 1/4 of an inch of hail. That's what we're looking at as of right now. These storms we've been tracking from northern Iowa throughout much of today. So even for the bus stop forecast, make sure that you have your rain gear nearby. It's going to be a cloudy and stormy day from pickup to drop off. We're looking at chances of seeing stormy conditions throughout much of the day.
All right, thanks, Julian. We'll be back right after this.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Your family's year-round comfort is our year-round commitment at RG Heating and Air Conditioning. We install quality Trane equipment and service all brands so your home's furnace and AC will perform their best year-round. RG Heating and AC.
This is a Wisconsin brewmaster. He brews the local craft beer, the beer that washes down the Oktoberfest broth, the broth that pairs with the potato salad that befriends the burger that tastes like victory. Festival Foods. We are Wisconsin.
Finding the right ingredients for a healthy lifestyle can be tricky. That's why SSM Health and News 3 Now are here to help.
Our Time for Kids recipe for health experts use online conversations and on-air reports to answer your health questions.
So tell us, what topics would your family like to hear about? What questions do you have?
Use the handy feedback form on our Time for Kids page to share what matters most to your family's health. And together,
let's take time for kids.
Come join the amazing team of compassionate caregivers at the one and only Attic Angel Community. Attic Angel Community of Madison is looking for skilled RNs and CNAs and offers shift differentials and on-demand pay, tuition reimbursement, wellness center, and much more. CNAs starting at $17 an hour. We also offer rewarding careers in housekeeping and food service. Apply online today at atticangel.org. Come join the one and only Attic Angel Community.
If your credit card debt is out of control, if you're in over your head in monthly payments, there's a secret the credit card companies don't want you to know. If you have more than $10,000 in credit card debt, you have the right to let us settle that debt for a fraction of what you owe. That's bad news for the credit card companies, but it's great news for you. We're Credit Associates, and we're offering you free information on how to completely resolve your credit card debt with a monthly payment you can afford. To see how much you could save, call now. 1-800-914-7929. Don't declare bankruptcy. Don't consolidate. Give us 10 minutes and we could save you thousands. After all, we depend on your success and offer a guarantee so there's no risk to call. Credit Associates. Live better, debt-free. We'll even show you how to use your stimulus money to jumpstart our services and get you debt-free faster than you ever thought possible. Call Credit Associates now to see how much you could save for free. Call 1-800-914-7929.
This is a Wisconsin farmer. She grows the locally sourced freshness, the freshness that complements the wild-caught salmon, the salmon that tees up the cheesecake that sweetens every moment. Festival Foods. We are Wisconsin.
At RG Heating and Air Conditioning, our promise to you is 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Guaranteed service, repairs, and replacements. Installing quality Trane equipment. RG Heating and AC. We'll always treat you like family. Guaranteed.
We have a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for southwestern Wisconsin. We'll have the latest coming up.
Also, one of the women involved in the Slender Man stabbing is set to be released. Thanks for joining us, everyone. Happy Monday. Welcome to News 3 Now this morning. I'm Chris Stanford.
Thanks for waking up with us, everybody. Hope you had a good weekend. I'm Leah Lynchide. Thunderstorms are in our area. We are under a severe thunderstorm warning. Southwest Wisconsin is. We're going to get right to Julian Seawright this morning. He has all of the details. Julian.
That's right. We do have a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for Iowa in Sauk County until 7 a.m. this morning. It was located just out of Muscoda, and now it's continuing to push its way 35 miles per hour east. Now, we've been tracking these storms from northern Iowa throughout much of our morning. Still seeing pretty strong storms around the south of Lone Rock area as we're continuing throughout. So as we can see, we do have on our radar indicated about an inch-size hail as we are waking up this morning. So those that are within southwestern Wisconsin this morning, make sure that you are being careful if you are traveling this morning, and don't forget your rain gear because you're going to be needing it. Now, as we take a look, this is where we've been tracking that storm. In the back end, it started to lose its strength just outside of Dundee going into Dubuque, but however, we are still looking for the strength of it to really stick around throughout Iowa and Sauk County, starting to push its way into Dane County within the next hour. We could be seeing some showers and storms rolling in. Now, we do have a marginal risk for seeing some severe weather in southern Wisconsin for us this morning, and even into the central areas, we could be seeing a slight risk. So we could be seeing more stormy conditions throughout much of the day, and that's what we're going to be looking at, especially as the stationary frontal boundary is going to be fueling much of those precipitation and strong storms for us throughout much of today. Now, as we take a look in terms of timing, we're going to be looking in, once again, within the next hour of seeing some stormy conditions pushing into Dane County, and it is looking to move its way relatively slowly out throughout much of the morning. We're still going to be looking at showers and storms by the back end of this morning, and then into the afternoon, we're looking at some isolated showers as well. That's one thing we're going to be keeping our eye on, because in southern Wisconsin, we're looking for that heavy rainfall to really accumulate quite a bit of rain, especially around Mineral Point and Madison, pushing its way into Juneau and Watertown. So that's one thing we're going to also be looking at, is that potentially could see some spots with localized flooding because we had such heavy rain earlier this morning. 74 degrees is our takeaway for today to be our high. We're still looking at mostly cloudy conditions and scattered storms as well. But as we plan our day, make sure you have the rain gear. As we can see, that cloud cover is still sticking by. A little bit of that sun's trying to leak through, but for the most part, we are still going to be seeing cloudy conditions and stormy conditions throughout much of our morning and into the afternoon. Now, as we take a look throughout the next few days, we're going to be looking at rain and storm chances for the next couple, and then cooler and mild conditions until we get into about Thursday. Then we're looking for temperatures to rise back into those 80s, still not getting rid of summer just yet. The weekend, however, we may have a slight chance of seeing some rain, but for the most part, if this holds, we're looking at a pretty great weekend ahead of us. And Leah, we've been talking about it. You're very excited for some really good weather that's going to be favorable for you, huh?
Yeah, the big day is Saturday, so I'm liking those sun graphics there, Julian.
Absolutely. Hopefully they stay hold throughout the rest of the week.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Hey, you can track any rain we see today by using our Channel 3000 weather app. Up-to-the-minute radar available right at your fingertips. Just search Channel 3000 weather in your app store. 6:33 now. The Wisconsin woman who admitted to helping a friend stab a classmate to please an online horror character will be released.
Today, 19-year-old Anissa Wire will be released from the Winnebago Mental Health Institute in Oshkosh. A judge granted the conditional release on Friday. She'll be living with her father and will be under constant GPS monitoring. She'll also receive psychiatric treatment, and the State Department of Corrections will monitor her internet activity.
If you're not familiar with the case, here's what happened. In 2014, when she was just 12 years old. Wire and friend Morgan Geyser pleaded guilty to the stabbing of their classmate. The girl said the stabbing was to please the fictional character Slender Man. Wire was originally sentenced to 25 years at a mental health facility. Geyser, 40 years. Geyser has not filed for a petition to be released.
New this morning, a man is dead after a car crash in Grant County. According to the sheriff's office, the 26-year-old Hazel Green native was driving south on Highway 129 near Lancaster Saturday night when his car hit a stopped tractor pulling a hay wagon that was waiting to turn. Officials say the driver was not wearing a seatbelt and was eventually wedged underneath the wagon. The driver of the tractor was not injured. Officials believe the dark road may have been a factor. The crash is still under investigation. Across the state this morning, a 6-year-old boy in Kenosha County is in critical condition after a steel bar flew from a lawnmower and hit him. Alex Hook was playing outside Riverview Elementary School Friday morning when it happened. Teachers saw him fall to the ground. Alex was flown by helicopter to Children's Wisconsin-Milwaukee Hospital, where he underwent emergency brain surgery. He is now in a medically induced coma. His family describes him as a boy who loves the outdoors and going swimming.
It's very highly likely, according to the neurosurgeon, that he will have sustained brain damage. My family needs his prayers. Keep the prayers coming.
Your heart goes out to him. So tomorrow, doctors will determine whether they'll reverse the coma or not. The Kenosha County Sheriff's Department is investigating what happened. The family has also hired a lawyer, but hasn't said what their plans are.
News 3 Now, your local headquarters for coronavirus. This afternoon, we expect an update on new cases across the state. But this morning, Wisconsin's 7-day average of cases is trending in the right direction. Hospitals, though, remain full with more than 91% of ICU beds in use, nearly 89% of other beds in use. More than 55% of Wisconsinites have had at least one dose of their vaccine. Meanwhile, the country's largest school district reopens today. Roughly 1 million students across New York City will be back in the classroom, many for the first time in more than a year. Pediatric COVID cases have spiked in other parts of the country in recent weeks. At one point, they accounted for 1/4 of all new infections. Some experts believe shots, though, will be approved for younger children this fall.
Best case scenario, given that timeline that I've just laid out, you could potentially have a vaccine available to children aged 5 to 11 by Halloween.
Students in New York City will have to wear masks at all times. All teachers and staff will also be required to get their shot.
Looking ahead, First Lady Jill Biden will be in Milwaukee on Wednesday. She'll visit Marvin E. Prey Elementary School. It's her first visit to the state since last year's election. She'll be spending her morning at the school focusing on student safety, and then later she'll travel to Des Moines, Iowa to visit a community college.
6:36 now. Coming up on CBS Mornings, Ben Tracy went to Boulder, Colorado, where a new high-tech effort is being used to monitor methane leaking.
This plane at this hangar in Boulder, Colorado goes hunting for methane. That's a potent and invisible gas that is heating up the planet. And now a new satellite is about to be launched to help locate and stop methane leaks. We'll show you how this could dramatically slow down climate change ahead on CBS Mornings.
6:36. Also ahead, we will track those rain showers and storms moving into the metro right in time for rush hour.
Plus, how the 9/11 attacks changed the way buildings in our area are inspected 20 years later.
And we're kicking off our annual Coats for Kids drive at Clinky Cleaners today. And just ahead, we're going to talk about what is needed this year and how you can help today. That's when we come back.
At Pick and Save, every free pickup order is picked fresh and packed with care, or we'll make it right. We're fresh every day, so shop anyway. Pick and Save. Fresh for everyone.
I'm Kendall Richards from All Comfort Services. And like many industries, the heating and cooling industry is suffering from a shortage of equipment and replacement parts for furnaces and air conditioners. And it's affecting our area too. So no matter how old or recently you had your equipment serviced, we recommend scheduling a tune-up today, even if it's with a company other than All Comfort. To learn more, give us a call or book a tune-up today at allcomfortservices.com.
Steinhaffel's Labor Day sale has been extended. There's still time to get great deals on the largest selection of in-season stock, furniture, and mattresses. Take 35 to 50% off store-wide and get great bonus buys like a Queen Beauty Rest mattress, just $349. This sofa, only $649. A queen bed, $699. A 5-piece dining set, now $799. Only at Steinhoffels or steinhoffels.com.
Your parents spent years taking care of you, but as the years go by, it becomes your turn to take care of them. This might mean trusting a nursing home, which promises to care for them as cherished loved ones. But if the nursing home you've chosen is not keeping their promise, we can help. If your parents have been injured in a nursing home, call Habish, Habish & Rotier. We fight for what's right.
Beautiful day in Baltimore, where most people probably know that Geico could save them money on car insurance, right? But you see, the thing is, Geico, well, could help them save on boat insurance too.
Oi! Okay, I'm ready to come in now. Hello?
I'm trying my best.
Seriously, I'm serious. Request to come ashore.
Geico, saving people money on more than just car insurance.
Pick and Save delivery is always fresh because we check our produce at every stop on its journey to you. We're fresh every day, so shop anyway. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
Coats for Kids needs kid-sized winter coats.
At least 6,000 of them to make sure every child in our area stays warm.
Please help us reach our goal. Donate gently used kid-sized winter coats to Clinky Cleaners.
They'll be cleaned and sent to the Community Action Coalition for distribution.
Don't have a kid's coat to give? Go to Channel 3000 and use the Amazon wish list to donate.
Track our progress on News 3 Now and Magic 98. Then donate to Coats for Kids.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning. Winner of the National Edward R. Murrow Award for Overall Excellence in Television.
As of right now, we are seeing an update as we see the severe thunderstorm warning that was in effect for Iowa and Sauk County has been canceled by the National Weather Service as of right now. But we are still seeing those storms starting to push their way into northwestern Dane County this morning. We are looking at heavy rainfall and some pretty high winds associated with these storms that are rolling in. So make sure that you are taking the careful route when you're going to be driving to work this morning. And on top of that, make sure that you have your rain gear nearby. Now, we've been tracking these storms coming in from northern Iowa throughout much of this morning as it pushed its way into southwestern Wisconsin. We are starting to see once again that it's starting to push its way into Dane County as of right now, looking to make impact into the central areas of Dane County within the next hour as we continue throughout the morning. Now, the timing of everything, we're looking to be just about the time we're going to get the kids off to school and we're going to start heading into work. Looking for heavy rainfall around central Dane County once again, and then it's going to be looking at some more isolated showers as we get into the later part of this morning as we begin to transition into the afternoon. However, the cloud cover is not going to really break much at all until we get into the later part around the evening time. And then we're going to still look for more quiet conditions. Not a whole lot of rain as we get into tonight. But our takeaways for the bus stop forecast, make sure that the kids have the rain gear and you do too, because it's going to be a cloudy and stormy day for us. We're looking at rain chances throughout much of bus pickup through bus drop off throughout today. We're also looking at conditions to be in around the 60s as well. Now, as we take a quick look at our traffic as of right now, we are still seeing a lot of green around. However, on South Seminole Highway, we do have some slow spots for us, and around Fish Hatchery as well. We're still not looking at a lot of real hindrance in traveling this morning. So we can see on the interstate as well, we're still looking at some green conditions for us. So that means we're all green to go. Now, as we look at Janesville to Beltline, we're looking at 25 minutes, excuse me. For Sauk to Middleton, we're looking at 16 minutes. And from Sun Prairie to downtown, 9 minutes as well. And we'll have more coming up, but over to you guys.
All right, thanks, Julian. New this morning, Israel has carried out another round of airstrikes in the Gaza Strip. They bombed the area early this morning. Israeli officials say it's in response to rocket launches from Hamas militants. Tensions are growing in the area this morning. Egypt now trying to broker a long-term ceasefire between the two.
New information this morning. As the country marks 20 years since the 9/11 attacks, the FBI is starting to release documents into its investigation. A newly declassified document from 2016 was released just yesterday. It details the alleged logistical support a Saudi intelligence agent provided at least 2 hijackers. President Biden has ordered more documents like this one to be released in the coming months. And new this morning, as our country begins its 3rd decade since 9/11, there are many aspects of life and parts of certain jobs that have changed forever.
News 3 Now's Christina Laurie explains what that means for first responders here in Madison.
Our lives have changed in many ways in the 20 years since 9/11. For us, it's meant longer lines and more security at airports. For Madison firefighters, specifically local building inspectors, it's altered much more.
What do we do if somebody tries something else?
Scott Strassman is one of the firefighters who keeps Madison and some of its most important buildings safe.
I work with the hospitals, and the Capitol is mine.
Twice a year, he inspects the most complex buildings in Wisconsin's capital city, making sure they're up to code and safe, just in case.
How did people get down? What problems did they have? How can we make buildings better?
Those are just a few of the questions firefighters like Scott had to answer after the first bombing at the Twin Towers and then again after 9/11.
How do we get into these if they do come down?
Over the past 20 years, more than a dozen high-rise apartment buildings have gone up in Madison. Scott makes sure their stairwells are lit and labeled so in an emergency, people can get out quickly. His work also helps ensure firefighters can get in quickly.
When you look at the huge amount of different things we have to learn now.
From weapons of mass destruction training to creating an urban rescue team, firefighting has changed in many ways since 2001. But one thing stayed the same. These men and women are heroes.
9/11 also reminds us how thankful we are to have 384 men and women right here in Madison who work 24/7 to keep us all safe, and how infrequently we actually say thank you to them. I posted a link on our website where you can search for your neighborhood fire station and find its address in case you or perhaps one of your kids would like to take a moment on this milestone anniversary to write thank you.
That was Christina Laurie reporting. It's a big day in the 608. We're kicking off our annual Coats for Kids drive.
Josh Sprider is live on Madison's west side this morning with more on how you can help local kids stay warm this winter. Hey, Josh.
Hey guys, good morning. Yeah, and it's super simple this year with a lot of options. We're at the Clinky Cleaners location off of Old Sock Road this morning, where you can see we've already got some stuff in the bin right now, so you can come into any Clinky Cleaners location starting today to donate those items. And it is really, really important this year. Amber Duddy is the executive director of the Community Action Coalition of South Central Wisconsin, and this year especially, you guys are really looking for anything that we can get for those kids.
Absolutely. We're hoping to collect about 10,000 coats and get every single one of them out through other agencies, partners, and through our Winter Glow events.
So what are the particular needs this year especially?
Yeah, this year especially, young infant coats are really, really helpful. So especially that newborn to 2, and then ages 4 to 5 are really, really helpful as well.
You know, usually you get a lot of the older adult coats that come in, but it's the kids' coats that are really, really needed, and especially now after the pandemic, you guys are really seeing that need.
Absolutely. We are absolutely working with Clinky to make sure that no kid leaves our event without a coat, and so it's just really, really helpful to make sure that everyone has access to a variety of coats that they can choose from that fits their family and their needs.
One of the new things this year is if folks don't have the coats that they can have to donate, you can actually go online and do it right there.
Yeah, so we've set up an Amazon wish list, so it's super easy. You can go on there and it gets delivered directly to the Community Action Coalition, where it can be sorted by our volunteers.
And you have all of the right there. I mean, that makes it super simple for folks at home.
Super simple, and things that really go well and that are really, really needed by our local community.
So you can donate now through October 9th, and then distribution is going to look a little bit different this year.
Yeah, distribution. So last year it was snowing at our event, and people coming to get coats, we don't want them standing outside and shivering, so we wanted to stop the shiver and take it to the Monona Terrace and the Goodman Center. So now folks can wait inside. We're hoping to make it super streamlined and easy, but then we're also bringing other community partners to the event to really support those families.
It's funny, some might might think like, hey, it's only September 13th, but this is why we do this now, because it will be snowing before we know it.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Last year, Halloween was already frozen, so we want to make sure that those kids stay warm.
So let's throw the information up on the screen right now. So what are those final details that people need to know?
Yeah, so we're going to do a Stuff the Truck event as well. So on September 24th, we want you to come and stuff a 16-foot box truck of just kids' coats to help us get that edge. But otherwise, join us at the Monona Terrace on October 30th and 31st from 1 to 7, and then at the Goodman Center on November 6th from 1 to 7.
And then some people may not know, when you donate, this is also a benefit for taxes down the line too.
Absolutely. So this is all charitable deductions. So whether you're donating funding, Amazon wishlist, or a gently used coat, all of that is tax deductible.
Very good. Hey, we're making it nice and easy for folks this morning. Amber, thank you so much. Appreciate it. And of course, we'll have all this up on channel3000.com as well, guys. But look at this. We've already got a few things in the bins already. So drop off your stuff at any Cleaners location. Starting today, they're going to be opening the doors here in just a few minutes, guys. So go through that closet and get that stuff out.
Great way to give back to the community. We've been partnering with the Community Action Coalition for years to do this. Josh, thanks for spotlighting it today.
And remember to let Josh know what inspires you in the 608. Just reach out on social media or email him. It's in the 608 at WISC-TV.com. Well, hey, check this out. A portion of an infamous sculpture in La Crosse is missing this morning.
Yeah, it's known locally as the Blue Baby. It's actually named the Hatch Baby. The Blue Baby, though, missing. Look, this is all that's left. At some point, the head of it was stolen this weekend. A picture of the stolen head, though, later resurfaced on the Barstool Sports website. Take a look at this. Oh, well, we have a screenshot of it. The artwork.
That's what it's supposed to look like.
That's what it's supposed to look like. The artwork was gifted to the city by an artist from Germany. Since then, it's become a topic of debate because of its unique look.
It might be for the best.
Stanford suggested that perhaps the college kid who did this was doing the city a favor. I don't know that the city's looking for the head. You know, letting it. I swear we have a screenshot of it.
We've been looking for this thing. I just can't find it.
Yeah, Barstool has the picture of it. It does look like it's in somebody's basement apartment.
We'll be sure to keep you posted.
We will.
About what happens to that
The hunt is on.
Baby head. All right, 6:50 coming up in the morning sprint. Madison police are investigating a pair of armed robberies.
But first, it is September 13th. We want to say happy birthday to Hannah, this little cutie, and all the kids turning 3 today. Thanks for celebrating with us on News 3 Now this morning.
Look Who's 3 is sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
Experience handcrafted and hand-finished furniture by genuine Amish craftsmen at Wanakee Furniture ETC, featuring hardwood made in the USA home furnishings by Simply Amish and other great brands you can trust.
Bring quality home at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
At General Heating and Air Conditioning, your comfort is important to us. From keeping you cozy warm to cooling you off with the ultra-quiet, energy-efficient Carrier Infinity Home Comfort System. Plus, join our free home comfort program and keep your air conditioner and furnace running at peak performance year after year. Enjoy priority service and extra savings that really add up. Celebrating 75 years of providing award-winning comfort for your home. Turn to the experts, Carrier and General Heating and Air Conditioning.
Update your garage with Chamberlain Garage Door Openers from Menards. With MyQ technology, you can control and monitor your opener from your smartphone. Get 11% off all Chamberlain Garage Door Openers. Keep your vehicle running smoothly with Quaker State Full Synthetic Motor Oil. It helps improve fuel economy while protecting against engine wear. Get Quaker State Motor Oil for $3.99 a quart after 11% rebate. Get 11% off everything right now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Goldman Cars is selling 2018 Ford Escape starting only $10,995 or $175 per month.
That's right. Goldman Cars is having a huge sale on 2018 Ford Escapes, very well equipped, starting at $10,995 or $175 per month.
So hurry in today and just ask for my daughter, Crystal the Pistol Govan.
Or my dad, Don the Deal Man Govan.
Go to Govan Cars East or West with over 500 vehicles to choose from.
You gotta go to Govan, GovanCars.com.
Here's today's hot and perfect tip. Run in place at all times.
Don't
follow extreme routines? Do your own thing at Planet Fitness. Now through September 16th, join for just $1 down, $10 a month, and cancel anytime. With tons of equipment and free fitness training in our clean and spacious clubs. Don't miss out. Join today for just $1 down, $10 a month, cancel anytime. Hurry, deal ends September 16th.
5 Madison area locations. Stop in today.
Scan the code. Deals loading. Deals engaged. Scan the code. Super hot deals. Activate QR code. Initiate savings.
Let the design team at Wanakee Furniture ETC help you find your inspiration and transform your room. Every style, every budget, our creativity, passion, and expertise will help you design your dream space.
Bring quality home at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
Channel 3000 Plus. Watch from your streaming media player or mobile device.
All right, it's 6:53, time for the morning sprint.
We start with a pair of armed robbery investigations in Madison. Police say the 2 separate robberies happened yesterday. The first one at the Citgo gas station near Milwaukee Street and North Fair Oaks Avenue. Then a couple hours later, police responding to a report of another at the Walgreens between South Park Street and Penn Park. Officers have not said if the 2 incidents are related.
An explosion collapsed part of an apartment building near Atlanta. The 3-story complex in the suburb of Dunwoody is now unstable. At least 1 person was rushed to the hospital with injuries. Police said the cause of the explosion is under investigation.
If Whitney Way is on your drive to work today, be sure to slow down. The city is changing the speed limit on Whitney from Raymond Road to the Beltline from 30 miles an hour to 25. It's part of Madison's Vision Zero initiative, the goal to eliminate traffic deaths in the city by the year 2030. Officials plan on lowering speed limits on a number of major roads by the end of the year.
2 men accused in a triple homicide outside of La Crosse have pleaded not guilty. They are accused in the execution-style shooting of 3 men outside of a quarry in rural West Salem. Both face life in prison if convicted. No trial date has been set. They're being held on a $1 million cash bond in the La Crosse County Jail. UW-Madison police say 45 people were ejected and 32 people arrested during Saturday night's game against Eastern Michigan. Police issued 32 citations, 30 of which were issued to UW students. 30 citations were for underage alcohol use. 1 was issued for possession of alcohol on UW property. Wisconsin Air National Guard will be conducting some nighttime training this week, so you may hear or see some F-16 fighter jets flying around 10 o'clock for the next couple of evenings. Most F-16 training takes place during the day, but pilots are required to fulfill some nighttime hours as well. Evening training will also take place next week.
Daniil Medvedev is the winner of the U.S. Open men's final in New York this past weekend. He beat Novak Djokovic, who lost his chance of winning all 4 Grand Slam singles titles in a single year. Rod Laver was the last to do that back in 1969.
And keeping track of our storms throughout this morning, we are still looking at some storms that are trying to make their way into Dane County as we continue out the rest of this morning. So expect some heavy rainfall and make sure that you have your rain gear nearby. We've been tracking these storms coming in from northern Iowa throughout much of this morning, and now they're still holding firm as we're getting in to the rest of our morning. Now, timing-wise, we are going to be looking as we're making that morning commute of showers that will be heavy and storms that will be rolling through as well. So as we're planning the rest of our day and going for the next few days, we're looking at weather.
An update on those storms coming up in half an hour.